Imagine a fish swimming and it sees food. What the fish would see is food, which we call bait. But what the fisherman had set is actually hook or poison. The fish will swallow the food and then the hook will definitely harvest the fish. This logic in nature, how the fisherman traps a fish, is the same logic that is used by scammers on the internet. It is not F-I-S-H-I-N-G, it is P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G, phishing. Today we talk about phishing on the internet. It is very similar to the way the fisherman sets up a bait and expects that a fish would swallow the bait. This is also similar to the way scammers set up baits on the internet, and they would expect that an unsuspecting internet user will swallow the bait and will fall victim to them. So phishing is today defined as those suspicious emails or messages trying to trick you into giving away your personal information. Don't forget, it is not about hacking your computer, it's about hacking you as a person. They ensure that you give away your information willingly or under duress. So it is important that you know when this skill is being used on you so that you do not fall victim. So today we talk about phishing. And phishing in real life works like a fisherman who throws a bait to a fish, and then on the internet, the scammer or the fraudster also throws a bait at the internet user. Don't forget that instead of the fish that hits the food and the hook would then harvest it, on the internet, the bait is that the scammer threatens it's about your account will be blocked. That is the bait. It tells you your account will be blocked. It tells you that you've won a prize. It tells you that you have an urgent message from your bank, or it tells you that you have a limited time offer on a price or an item. Or some would even tell you that you have a package that has been posted to you. You should click and then the package will be delivered to you. So the question is, why are we always greedy to take a prize for an exam we have not written? Why are we greedy to have a money prize coming from an account, a bank account of a bank in which we did not even have an account? So what it means is that fraudsters always and would always prey on anyone who is greedy or who is careless. So as internet users, you must ensure that you watch your greed and you are very careful. Don't forget that most times fraudsters pretend to be a trusted person to you. So phishing in itself is when someone pretends to be a trusted person or a company to trick you into giving away your sensitive information. So they will pretend, they will send you messages pretending to be your friend just because they want you to let go with your sensitive information. And this sensitive information most times are information like your password, your bank details, or even your personal data, which is very important. Don't forget that it is difficult to hack you unless someone knows or has an information about you. So the more you can restrict your information staying with yourself, the less it is that you can be hacked. Don't forget that this would come in forms of emails, it will come in form of text messages, and at times it comes in forms of you being asked to click a website, and when you click the website, you do 1, 2, 3, or 4, put in your email address, put in your password, put in your bank authentication details, and then you will win a prize. So we must never be greedy, wanting to win a prize for an exam that we did not write. you need to be very careful. So these examples like bank details, asking you to verify your account, fake delivery messages saying that a parcel will be on hold unless you click and pay some money, and then fake emails, especially as telling you that you will win a prize if you click, or you will win a prize if you do ABCD. So the idea is that if you have not written an exam or you've not applied for any promotion, don't forget that you never win prizes like that. There's never anything that is free. Like the people in literature will say, nothing is free, even in Freetown. So the question is, how does phishing work? Fraudsters, when phishing, would let you understand that urgency is involved. So they will say things like, your account will be closed in 24 hours if you do not click the link and register. So no one can close your bank account if you have not done anything fraudulent. So banks will not send you emails about your account, about they wanting to close your account, So when you receive emails and then they're asking that you click or you do ABC so that your account won't be closed, trust me, that is phishing. You need to be very careful. They also use another method of instilling fear. So they instill fear on you, and the fears will come. This will come in the form of saying a suspicious activity has been detected on your account, and that you should click this or do this or send a text to this line so that your account won't be closed. It's about fear. They tend to create fear in you, so you must be mindful of, as someone who sends you a message that is claiming is urgent, someone who is trying to instill fear on you. All these are always the attributes of phishing. Again, the third one is that of curiosity, telling you that you have won a prize. How do you just win a prize of a game to which you did not enroll? That must be your line of thoughts. You don't just win a prize. You must at least enroll in a game before you can win a prize. And because nothing is ever free, even in Freetown, you must, as a matter of importance, always know that you don't just win prizes out there on the internet. It's all about betting. And then if you click, what you've done is to willingly release your information to the scammers. Another one is that they tend to want to exert authority on yourself, pretending to be your bank, your employer, or even the government. So when you see somebody trying to exert authority on you on the internet, remember the internet is like a co-working space. Everyone has largely equal rights. So no one should want to exert authority on yourself. So when you see things like this, you need to be careful. It could be phishing. So like we've discussed, urgency, they try to bring the factor of urgency, they try to instill fear, they use curiosity, and then they want to impose authority on you. So it's important that you understand all this in the concept of phishing. So ensure that you are very mindful of fake messages. Don't click a link that you do not know. This may land you in a very fake website where they would ask that you put in your details, and then when you do this, they will steal all that is important in your information. You also have a situation where they will ask you to scan unsolicited barcodes. You see people walk in the town center or the city centers or public places, and even on electric poles, they stick barcodes and they ask you to scan. Why do you want to scan a barcode of a product you do not know? So before you scan barcodes, you must be sure that it's a controlled environment. Maybe you are in a meeting that you have subscribed to attending, and you know the reason for the meeting. That's when you can scan barcodes to have information about such meetings. So if you don't have an information or a pre-information about a meeting or a situation, please never scan barcodes. When you scan barcodes and you put in your information, 98% of the time, your information goes to the back end where scammers can have use of this information. So don't forget that it always looks official. They will at least at times use logos of banks, logos of organizations, brands that you are familiar with. So you need to be careful. And then when you see things like your account will be locked if you don't do this, your phone will not work again if you don't do this, your line will be bad if you don't do that. So all these are basic characteristics of phishing. So you must be very careful and never get involved in clicking what is unsolicited out there on the internet. So before I go to there, I also then say that as a matter of importance, always check the sender's email when you receive an email. Do you have a wrong spelling in the email? Do you have something that you need to watch out for? So a proper domain will have a correct email address. If there's something wrong, take for instance, you receive an email, iola@12349656.com. There's no domain that is 12349656. So if you respond to such an email, you probably will be hacked. So it is very important. Ensure that the domain is properly spelled, the email address is right. That will help you to stay safe out there. Watch out for spelling mistakes in some legitimate companies that you may also know. So if a company, take for instance, should be spelled as chair, which is CHAIR, and then you see it spelled as CHEIR, that will probably be phishing ID, because when you then click on that, that is not the same domain. If you click anything there, your information may be hacked by scammers. Don't click suspicious links. If you are not sure, then don't click it. It's easy. Ensure that you can think before you do any clicks or you put information out there on the internet. Be cautious with attachments. If you have attachments coming with your emails, be cautious with it, especially when it comes with zip files or probably PDF documents or Word documents. If you are not expecting an email from someone, then you are not obliged to open any attachment that is sent. So if someone is going to send you an email, he probably will pre-inform you. If he's not pre-informing you, he should call you. So even in the office, if people send you emails and you see suspicious attachments, it's better you call the sender and you ensure that they are the ones that have sent it before you open such attachments. You also must ensure that you don't just trust messages asking for personal information. Like I said, if I place a call, if you are the one that has initiated a call to your bank, then they will want to confirm your identity before they transact business with you. But if somebody calls you, then the person must know you. He cannot call you and then be asking for your personal information. That will be phishing. So don't ever eat the bait. When they give you, you have to swim past it. Just like the fish will swim past the bait if he knows that there is hook in the food. And ensure that when you receive emails or calls and you're not sure, ensure that you check the emails or the numbers as against the numbers of that company on their website. It can always be very, very helpful. How do you then protect yourself out there? I would advise that you ensure that you use very strong and unique passwords on your phone or your computer, and ensure that everyone around you also has a password on their phones or on their computer. Don't forget that if you password your computer and your phone, and your spouse does not password his or her own computer or phone, when there is access to one phone or one computer that is connected to your own phone in terms of contacts, they also can harvest your home contacts through the phone. So you must ensure that you password your phones. You must turn on your two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is before someone can log into your device, probably an SMS would have to come to your phone, or an email will have to come into your own inbox. So that protects you out there, so that even if someone has access to your computer or your phone, you must also, there'll be a text or a message or an email that will be sent to you, just so you can authenticate before authorization is given. And then you must always keep your phone and computer updated. I believe I've talked about this before. So if you have an outdated firmware, it's like living in a house where you have holes that rodents can come in through. So you must always update your firmware. It will help your security to be beefed up. Ensure that you never share your password with anyone. Password is not what you share with people, because once your password is compromised, your devices are compromised, and then your information is also compromised. And very importantly, for you to guide against phishing, you need to think before you click. Please think before you click. Don't never be in a hurry to click. Don't be in a hurry to scan a barcode. Don't be in a hurry to release your information to anyone. It is your information. You have a right to keep it, and you have a right to it, and no one has a right to take it from you. It is your own information, so keep it so that you don't get scammed by phishing. Remember that phishing is everywhere, but once you know the signs, it becomes much faster to spot. If something feels off, it is probably phishing. Stay alert, stay informed, and protect your personal information. I want to thank you very much. If you found this informative and useful, please ensure you subscribe to this channel. My idea is to make leadership and cybersecurity make sense to people. Thank you again for listening. My name is Yola Folayon. Have a nice day.